So with the NBA draft in probably about an hour and a half when I upload this video, there are a lot of players could be steals, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some potential steals in this draft. These players range from top 5 picks to second round picks, and to be honest I just think that they're going to be steals and they're going to be a lot better than the players picked ahead of them. First of all, I think Duane Bacon from Florida State is going to be a steal in this draft, especially if he gets picked late in the second round, which is looking like he might. He might tumble to a low second round pick, and a lot of people thought that he should be a low first round, high second round pick, and he could tumble to be a low second round pick. He's 6'5", 200 pounds, and he is quite old, like he's nearly 22 years old. But he was actually the top scorer for Florida State on a team that included Jonathan Isaac, who's going to be a top 10 pick, that's a guarantee, who could possibly be a top 5 pick. And Duane Bacon was a better scorer than him at the college level. While Bacon's shot selection is questionable, and you might think that that mightn't go well at the next level, I think that he's a good enough scorer that at worst he goes to the NBA and becomes a decent scorer, a decent role player. I think if he managed to score as well in the NBA as he did in college, he could be an absolute steal for a second round pick, and I think that he could be one of those second round picks like we see more and more often, who come straight in and make an instant impact, especially when a lot of the top picks are projects, players picked for potential. I think he could come in and make an instant impact on an NBA team. Next, we've got Tyler Dorsey from Oregon, and he's expected to go as low as 49. Draft Express has him going at 49. But the league pretty much is a 3-point shooting league now, and he's a very good 3-point shooter. He averaged 14.6 points per game, shooting more than 42% from behind the 3-point line. And he also saves his best games for the big games. He averaged nearly 24 points per game in the NCAA tournament, averaging 4 3-pointers per game. And while he doesn't have the potential of some of the top players in the draft, he is going to make an immediate impact. And if you are a contender, if a contender can pick this guy up with a late first round pick, I would do it. Even though he's expected to be a late second round pick, I would genuinely, he's going to be an instant impact player, and I think that it's worth picking him up if you're a contender with a late first round pick. And definitely if he falls to the end of the draft with a low second round pick, he will be a great role player for a good team. Next, we've got Harry Giles from Duke. A lot of people are saying that this guy is tumbling, he's not going to be anything, but 2 years ago he was projected to be number 1 in this draft. And you know, 2 years before the 2016 draft, who was projected to be number 1? It was Thon Maker. And Thon Maker was then expected to go in the second round. Was drafted 10th by the Bucks, and turns out that he could be a steal. Last year I made a video on my main channel talking about why I thought Thon Maker would be the steal of the 2016 draft, and it's actually looking like I'm probably right with that. And this year I think the same thing is going to happen. I think that Harry Giles is going to be the steal of the draft. If you look at his draft combined numbers, they're really good. The main thing that goes with an injury is athleticism, and he doesn't seem to have lost any of it. While I wouldn't take a chance on him with a top 10 pick, I think that if you're the Miami Heat, you can't pass on this guy at 14. But at the same time, he's also projected to drop as low as 26 on the Draft Express mock draft. 26. If he drops to 26, he's going to be a steal, because he has an all-star potential and he has the potential to be a star. While he might end up getting injured, while he may not be a great NBA player, he still has the potential to be the best player in this draft. I definitely wouldn't take him 1 or anywhere near number 1, but he does have the potential to be as good, if not better, than anyone. So if I'm a team in the mid-teens, I wouldn't pass on this guy, but it seems like they are, and for that reason I think he's going to be a steal in the 20s for whoever drafts him. Next, we have got one of my favourite players in this draft, and it's Frank Ntilikina from France. A lot of people thought for so long that he was going to go to the New York Knicks, but now it's looking like the Knicks are going to draft either Lauri Markkanen if he comes down that far, or if Malik Monk is still on the board, it's looking like they're going to draft him, or even Dennis Smith Jr. Draft Express even has Ntilikina going down as far as 15th to the Portland Trail Blazers, a team that genuinely doesn't need him because they've already got Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum in the backcourt. If he falls one more pick to the Chicago Bulls, it could be a great team for him. But anyway, Frank Ntilikina is the best of all the picks for the New York Knicks. If he falls past New York, the Kings, I don't understand how the Kings will pass on him if Dennis Smith's taken first. Ntilikina is probably the second or third best point guard in this draft in my opinion, and I'm not considering Fultz a point guard. I think Fultz is more of a 2 guard. I would put him very close to De'Aaron Fox in like standard. Frank Ntilikina is a versatile defender. He's got a wingspan of over 7 foot and 6'5", and last year he shot over 58% in the European Under-18 Championship, playing against some of the best Under-18 European players in the world, who are all either pros or playing NCAA Division 1. That's a good standard, and he shot 58% against them. While I don't think he's going to be a star straight away, he's got star potential with one of the highest floors in the draft. He's already proved himself to be a solid professional player in Europe, meaning that he's got zero bust potential. If he falls to 15, he will be the steal of this draft. Mark my words. Even at 8, I would consider him a steal. If he falls all the way to 15 like he projected, he will be, without doubt, the biggest steal in this draft. And last up, we have got Duane Fox, who I'm not that sold on him, to be honest. He's projected to go 5 to the Sacramento Kings, and I would not be surprised if the Kings are stupid enough to pass on him and draft Malik Monk, because the Kings have a tendency to draft players that play the same position as their best player. They've done it for years with DeMarcus Cousins, drafting centre after centre, and they like drafting centres, so they're probably going to draft Zach Collins, and who knows, they're probably going to draft Jared Allen with the 10th pick or something. But anyway, if he does go to the Kings, that is probably a good fit for him. But Duane Fox is as fast a player as we've ever seen. He's probably the fastest player we've seen since John Wall, and John Wall couldn't shoot coming out of college either. But Duane Fox, I wasn't that sold on him before the NCAA tournament. Yes, he did torch Lonzo Ball, and because of that one game, he shot way up in all the draft boards. But the thing is, what if he's a Westbrook? What if he's a Westbrook and he falls to 5? He has got a much higher ceiling than anyone in this draft, including Markelle Fultz. Duane Fox has the potential to be the best player in this draft. He's the potential to be one of the best point guards in the world. Because he's a combo guard, because he plays defense, because he plays hard, he could possibly be one of the best players in the world. And for that reason, if he's taken a 5, he's a bit of a steal. And if he drops to even the Orlando Magic, or if the Timberwolves manage to pick him up, every team that passes on him may regret it. But who knows, if he goes to the Lakers ahead of Lonzo Ball, which is a possibility, he may not be considered a steal. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I think Duane Fox could be a superstar. While I think he has a little bit of bust potential, he does have a lot of superstar potential. So anyway, that's the video. These are 5 players I think could be steals in the NBA draft. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.